Hi guys, it's Halloween. Spooky, scary Halloween.
Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will
So basically, I decided to undertake making my own Halloween costume, which was a huge mistake. You might look at my Halloween costume and be like, what the heck is that? Well, I decided to be Aphrodite. So I decided to make my own flower crown. I decided to make my own, I don't know how to pronounce that, but I made that too. So on with the video. So I went to my local Target. I found this set of microfiber sheets from Room Essentials. I got a size full because I'm a small little girl. Since I sew a lot, I had this white string for my sewing machine already in my possession. And then I got some of this like fabric ribbon stuff, which I will go over what I use that for. But I got specifically this color, this light pink shade. I got that from Joann's for $2-3. Then I picked up some gold rope, which I can't find on the Joann's website. I found it in the curtain section, and it just is going to go around my waist, kind of like a belt, gonna make me sister snatch, that sister snatched look. And 1.5 yards was enough to go around my waist. A check-in. Okay, so basically I scrapped everything that I was going to do. Please enjoy my mediocre tutorial. Here we go. You're gonna want to take the 2 largest sheets that come in your package, aka the only 2 sheets that come in your package. So there should just be a flat sheet and then there should be a fitted sheet. So I cut off the elastic from the fitted sheet around it. I didn't picture that, but you can just imagine it. Obviously, these are very illustrative examples. And you're gonna want 2 of them just to make sure. These are 2 sheets on top of each other. And you're gonna wanna lay them flat, okay? Flat is key on top of each other. You want the good sides together so that the bad sides are facing you. And then you're gonna wanna pin the corners with a little pin. This is very important key step. And then you're gonna wanna sew these little dot dash things. Show that I sewed there, so I just sewed down the bottom. Also, it's going to be a lot of fabric because you are definitely not as tall as the fabric that you chose, but it's okay, we'll get to that, we'll cut it all off, it'll be sister good and fresh. Make sure you don't sew all the way the whole entire length of the gown, or else you have nowhere to put your armholes. So I made sure to just leave room for my wrist to go through for armholes. There aren't exact measurements for any of this. I kind of just put my wrist on top of it. I'm like, oh, that looks like a good enough armhole. So just make sure your wrist can fit through, and then you'll be golden. Okay, moving on. Next, you're gonna wanna cut a crew neck neckline out of the top. It doesn't have to be anything big. Really, preferably, it should be a little bit small, or not small. You want it to be big enough so you can get your head through, but you want it to be small enough so it's not like you're showing off everything. And then next, you're gonna do a lot of folding over and sewing. I'm gonna go through the order in which I would have done it if I planned this out better. So you're gonna wanna take out the pins from the top, that's why there's no more pins. You're gonna wanna fold over the arm flaps and sew them so that the edge isn't bad. It's a good, nice, straight edge, seam, whatever you wanna call it. And then you're gonna wanna fold over the armholes and then sew it. And you wanna make sure that you are not sewing through both of the fabrics, because then there wouldn't be any hole, first of all, and then you wouldn't have the cool open arm concept. I wanted open arms, so make sure it's only going through one piece of fabric and not both of them. But yeah, I would definitely fix the edge, the seam on the armhole before you did the top. Now that you have everything sewed, you see the top is sewed, that's cool. You wanna be sewing on both the fabrics and just sew over the edge of the armhole so that it isn't just flapping in the wind and you have a bunch of pieces of loose fabric. And then you have your little armholes, look at that, that's how that works. The next step that you're gonna wanna do is to fold over this little neck crew line thing that we have going on. So you're gonna wanna fold this into you so it's on that side, whatever. And you're gonna wanna sew that down so it makes a little tube, because the next step, we're gonna put ribbon through it, whoa. So you're gonna wanna put it in through one side and out the other, whoa. Really, that's revolutionary. That's how you're gonna wanna do it. Personally, how I get string, ribbon, rope, elastic through tight holes is I tie a little knot and feed it through a straw, then feed the straw through a hole. So that's personally what I did. You're gonna wanna feed the ribbon through and then feed it through the other tube on the other side. You're gonna wanna do this to both sides. So then if you're looking from the top view, here's the tube. The bottom tube is the tube in the front of the dress, and the top tube is the tube in the back of the dress. and you're gonna want to feed the string through one side and through the other, and then tie it again, so it kind of makes a halter neckline. And that's really critical because that's what's holding your dress together, so it isn't just two pieces of fabric flopping. This tutorial is a flop. Whoop. Next, you're gonna want to take both sides of the dress, and I decided, I put it on, I tried it on, I flipped it inside out. I'm like, whoa, this is like a lot of fabric. So then I kind of just sewed like diagonally down the dress. It looks curved in this photo, but I just sewed it so it's kind of like, it's more fitting, but it's still pretty loose, but it's not a lot of just, it's not like a square, you know? Then it kind of looks like this in the end. That's what the outline should look like. We're gonna get rid of, take care of all that excess bottom. I kind of just guessed and checked. I'm like, oh, that looks like too much fabric at the bottom. So I kind of just cut it off to where I thought I would need it. And I kind of left 2-3 inches at the bottom in case I like messed up and stuff. Then I put it on, I'm like, okay, perfect. So then I folded over the 2 to 3 inches, and then I sewed it so it has a nice seam hemline at the very bottom, so it looks good, sister good and fresh. Then I moved on to the sleeves, because the last most important part is the sleeves. So this is what a sleeve should look like. As you can see, it's labeled sleeve from like the top. And now we're working, your dress is right side out. It's good, it's sister good and fresh, and that's what the top of the sleeve should look like, kind of like an eye. Next, you're gonna wanna lay it down flat on the ground so that both pieces are on top of each other, and this is the good side out. And we're going to poke holes. I did one hole at the end, one hole at the other end, and then one hole smack dab in the middle, and I did it by taking scissors and just jabbing it through, and that made pretty good holes. And then I put the good side up, so now we're doing the top view again, and then you should have 3 sets of perfectly good even holes. Next, you're gonna want to feed the ribbon through, so I kind of, this is how it should look like tied if it wasn't in it, and I just fed it through each of the holes. And you can make it as tight or as loose as you want. You're gonna want to make the ribbon about like the size of your wrist and a half of you kind of want a loose, more opening, I don't know. So that's what I did. So I made them roughly like wrist and a half size. And then this is what the dress should look like. This is in my crusty bathroom, please ignore that. So as you can see, we have this terrible mirror selfie. And this is the dress on. So there's the armholes, as you can see, going down the bottom, the wrist openings. You can't really see the halter, but it's there. And then with the rope, you want to put it, I personally like the rope kind of above my waist, right underneath like my bra line, so that's like really cinched, really sister skinny. I hope you enjoyed the mediocre tutorial, and now we're gonna move on to the flower crown tutorial where I have a literal mental breakdown. Please enjoy. It is I, Callie from the past, here to do my flower crown. I have a couple of items. So basically, I have just a bunch of foliage. Do you like that crinkle? I have a bunch of foliage. I have like leaves, succulents, flowers, whatever. Then I have this, and we're hopefully going to use this for like the crown part. I also have pipe cleaners. I do have flower crowns, but I wanted like a more like, you know, like princessy one. So basically, we're going to take this and wrap this around my head. It doesn't need to be perfect, I don't think. You probably want a little bit more just so it can like slide over your head, so that's probably good. And look at that, she goes on perfectly. So I got this flower for $2.99 from Joann Fabrics. See, the bottoms of these flowers have little holes. So I take a green pipe cleaner and we stick her in, but we put like, oh look at that, perfect. But we put on rubber cement first. We do not need that much though, but then you can like cut it. So we're gonna let this dry. I'm just gonna do all these flowers. Okay, they're pretty sister set in there. I should probably figure out a layout. You can like intersperse these along the crown. Okay. So we're gonna secure this with packing tape. Look at her. I feel like this is just how we're gonna live. Yeah, that works. That works. Look at that. We're going places. We're going places. This is a big crown compared to my head, but like, we're going for it. I regret my life choices. I thought these were like on sticks. Guess not. I was wrong. I need like flower tape to finish it. Here's progress on the crown. I would put it on, but I need tape to tape these buddy boys on. And then we'll just tape the back, and then that'll be my crown. It's all coming together! Welcome to day 3 of I'm slowly giving up, please help me. Let me add some snazzy decorations to spice things up. The quality content you're subscribed for. You know how we make mediocre life decisions, right? So the first time when I left this crown building, we did not get tape, floral tape, but guess what I have now? 2 things of floral tape. I'll be back. I've calmed down. The tears have dried. And I looked it up. And it said that floral tape is good for making cute, trendy flower crowns. So that's what we're doing today. We're making a cute, trendy flower crown. This is not working out. So my mom, ironically, was right near Hobby Lobby. She picked me up some green duct tape and some floral stem tape that hopefully is sticky. So we'll start with the floral stem tape, and if worse comes to worse, we'll move on to the duct tape. That's not really cute, but we'll make the rest of the crown better. I have duct taped everything down to the crown that I want to. This is what it looks like. And then basically on the back here, after I tape it, I'm gonna put on this. I got this necklace from Target, and basically it's gonna lay in the back. Here's the picture for inspiration. Once it's untangled, it's gonna imagine this is the back of my head. It's going to sit on the back. It's gonna look really cute and fresh. So now let's take Trader tape and try to use it. Okay. They're so sticky. Now we're gonna take this and untangle it. Trying to figure out how to do this. Beautiful if I get this all situated and untangled. Oh heck yes! Look at her! Look at her! Look at her! Look at her! Oh my gosh! This is actually really cute. Came out really, really nice. Sister, good and fresh. It's a little bit longer than I hoped. Also, I'm wearing these sushi socks, because why not? This is the makeup look. On the eyes, I did a pink look. I'm wearing a black eyeliner on my waterline, a bunch of different pinks on the eyes, a little bit of purple just to even it out, pink lips. And so I got the Wet n Wild suede something lipstick, whatever, and it said dries down matte. It didn't. So I put powder over that, put some glitter on it, and yeah, we're good. How could I forget the best part? Oh. This is a look. Final impressions before I take off my makeup for the night. Basically, my eye look, oh my gosh. Girl, I am obsessed. My black eyeliner is not there anymore. My waterline, it's not there. But let's just pretend that it was. It was a bad eyeliner. I tried, whatever. The flower crown really rocked it. It was really good. I thought it was very successful. Some parts ripped a little, but whatever. Let's ignore that. I'm gonna insert some photos now of the night. And yeah, that's all that I have for you guys. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time. Okay, bye!